I don't care if you're a DIYer or a pro, if you've been building things for 6 minutes or 60 years. I'm going to show you things in today's video that you've never seen before, and we're going to do that with vacuum holding and material handling technology. These are the vac plates and vac pucks that we just launched last week through Swan Tool Group, and this is the brand spanking new brushless Gravo. So Gravo's got a whole new look. They've got a really powerful brushless motor, their own battery platform, and remote control. Now, on top of that, don't worry if you already have a battery platform that you like. They thought of that too. Gravo's got conversion plates available that work with their new Gravo for Milwaukee, Makita, Flex, Bosch, and DeWalt. So you can have this Gravo with the battery you want. You're not going to want to miss what comes next. Just turn it off with the remote, and I'm on to the next one. So the Gravo's got a brushless motor in it, and that just means more power and more longevity out of your tool. If you take the Gravo Classic, it has a 20 liter per minute pump. This one has a 30 liter per minute pump, so it actuates faster, which means you're doing more work quicker. Okay, I know you guys want to hear more about the batteries or the conversion plates for the batteries. So if you have the Gravo and you want to use your battery platform, like I said earlier, Milwaukee, Makita, Flex, Bosch, and DeWalt, all in this box. Now how that works is you open the box, and inside the box is 5 more boxes. But inside of one of those boxes is the conversion plate that you want. Now to install it on the Gravo is crazy easy. You take 2 bolts off on the top and 2 bolts off in the front. You pull that plate out, and then they have a little electrical plug. You push that in, you put the new plate in, and put the bolts back in, and voila, you're using the battery platform of your choice. And for me, it's Makita. Now over the years, I've invested a lot of money in the 18-volt Makita batteries. So knowing that I can use that platform with my Gravo, and I don't have to take extra chargers or extra battery platforms wherever I'm using it, that's crazy cool. So in my mind, this thing sits on top of the hill. It wears the crown for the best unit out there on the market today. The battery conversion, the remote control, the new ergonomic design. You can tell this thing is more robust. They built it beefier. The brushless motor that gives you more longevity and higher airflow. The really nice LCD screen, and the adjustability, which we haven't talked about yet. This button right here, you can set the amount of pressure that the Gravo grabs at. So if you're doing something thin like glass, you can set the pressure up to 20 bar. If you're doing something thicker that's more heavy, you can move it all the way back up to the top. So you can adjust how much suction you have. Nice job, guys. This is the cool one. Now the Gravo is phenomenal when it comes to material handling and has hundreds of uses. But when you start adding the accessories that we're about to take a look at, especially for portable solutions, it takes it to thousands of uses. We're about to show you something that you haven't seen before and makes some of the workflow that we do on a regular day-to-day a lot safer. Out of all of the use cases for the new Gravo, the vac plate and the vac pucks kind of marrying together, this is my favorite right here in front of me. The whole Swan Tool Group team debated on whether we should even share this or not, because we are in development on vacuum sawhorse technology and accessories, patent pending of course. But if you don't want to wait the 3 or 4 months till we can bring that to the market, you can grab our vac pucks right now, screw them down to a sawhorse, get the Gravo on the vac plate, and you have vacuum sawhorses. Check this out. This is so cool. When you're cutting an angle on the end of 2x material, you have to pull the guard out of the way on your saw to get a good accurate cut. And when you're not able to hold the board down, it can get dangerous. So now I've got my board vacuum down, my angle laid out. I can line that saw up, pull the guard out of the way. Now I can get a much more accurate cut because I'm not focusing on holding that board and getting that cut safer, more accurate, just with a simple vacuum sawhorse. No clamps in my way, so I can complete my routering all in one fell swoop. The board is very securely held down by the vacuum system. That makes every operation that I'm going to complete on my sawhorses safer and more efficient and more accurate. And when I'm done, just turn it off with the remote and I'm on to the next board. Now, don't go run out and buy these thinking that you can put Pecky Cypress on this and it'll vacuum down. Some materials work great with vacuum and some don't. Let's talk about that. Now, 1x4 material like pine and a lot of those hardwoods will work good. If it has big cracks in it or holes through it, then it doesn't work on a vacuum system. Where it really makes a lot of sense is when you're using materials that are S4S or S3S, where you have a decently smooth side to put down on the vacuum without any penetration coming through it. Things like MDF, it'll hold, but not that great because you can pull a vacuum through MDF. That just means air can move through it. I've ran the air lines on this sawhorse below the surface, but I can still fold these all up. And right here I have a valve, so I can shut the air to this puck off and only use one puck at a time if I want to. Nice. Now that works really nice when I just have a small piece of plywood or a small piece of material that I need to cut an angle on or do some operation on. And being able to shut off one of those pumps and just use one at a time makes my life a lot easier. I don't have to worry about holding that while I'm completing the operation. This is so awesome. Next up on my favorites is the OS360 Workholding Station. So this is it right here. Now you can put the vac pucks right on it and it does some pretty amazing things. Now the OS360 is a very portable work holding solution. You can use clamps to clamp it down. You've got a nice little spot right here and it works with different versions of clamps. So as long as you have the head of the clamp less than 1/2 inch wide and under 1/4 inch deep, it'll fit nicely right in those. It can also be bolted down like we have here. This is a more permanent in the shop solution. The OS360 is very portable and it's great to take to the job site and use with clamp systems or just to clamp to your workbench. And in that case, having the Gravo makes a lot of sense. You can use it for material handling, other operations, then throw it on the vac plate and turn it into a powerful vacuum pump that runs these vacuum pucks. There are situations in the shop where we use this too, like on our portable sanding station, because it moves all over the place. But when we have it mounted to a workbench, we have another option we use, which is a nice vacuum pump. And we have it hooked up with the remote. I'll be sure to add links down in the description box. Now just like that, I have my material clamped very securely and I can do things like routing, sanding, edging, cutting with it up off my workbench. But now I have the option to pivot it to a more comfortable position. Now for me personally, I spend a lot more time in a wheelchair these days, and it's really nice to have that material right in front of me. Now I pop this pin in the back, and now I can spin it 360 degrees. And I can keep going that way for quite a while. And then I can move it back the other direction. When I want to stop, I just release that pin, and then it will pop into place, give it a little push. Now my part is very secure in the position I want. I can also stop it at angles. So if I let that pin go, I can stop it at an angle if I'm doing some kind of weird operation off to the side. I can also move it to a completely vertical position and lock it in with these two knobs. And then the way the spinning works, if you see those two air lines coming up, they'll just twist for a very, very long time. And I can always twist them back the other direction as needed. Now I can go that way probably 15 or 20 times before I need to start thinking about going back the other direction. Now if I want to do something thinner, this is 3 inches, so anything 3 inches or over will work. I can reach down here and this shutoff valve controls one of these pucks. Now all I have to do is just turn my system back on and it automatically clamps down with about 250 pounds of clamping pressure. And I can move it to any direction I want it. Now if I want to reposition, just shut this off, turn it back on, and I can reposition it that quickly. Now, of course, I'm going to get asked, what about things narrower than 3 inches? I've added some features to the OS system that make it so you can do narrower things. If you look on the side, you'll see a little slot there, and the same size clamp will fit in there and hold your material on. Now, what's really nice about this is the surface, or the face of this, is a really great non-slip, non-marring material. So you're going to get a really good hold with just one clamp, and you can do all the operations that you would normally do on a bench vise. Now, before we get further deep into the woods, and I have some more really cool things to show you that make workflow safer and faster, I want to mention that the Gravos, the new ones, are now available for sale, and I'll put links down in the description box below. The OS system, or the OS 360, and the vac pucks and the vac plate are on special order, and they start shipping in just a few weeks. Now, they're discounted prices because they're in special order, but here's the thing. We can only order small quantities when we're starting out, so the quantities aren't going to last long. If you're interested, definitely go check out those links. All right, with that business out of the way, I want to explain a little bit more about how vacuum holding technology works for those of you who aren't familiar with it. And then I'm going to show you some other really cool features that add safety and speed to your workflow using the systems. Before we go any further, let me explain this technology just a little bit for those of you who are seeing it for the first time. These are the Swan Tool Group vacuum pucks we just launched just a week or two ago. Now, these hit a little different than other vacuum pucks out there on the market. This red surface right here is a non-marring, non-slip surface that is actually pretty amazing, and we'll have other products down the road with this non-slip in it. Now, what you do is you hook up your vacuum pucks to a vac plate, and the vac plate goes with the Gravo. So any Gravo will fit on this, and then you can lock it in place, and this strap right here holds those clips. So the Gravo is nice and secure against that vacuum plate. That turns the Gravo into a very powerful portable vacuum pump. Now, our pucks work with any vacuum pump source, but this is a really great, very heavy duty portable option. This is why we like it so much. Over here, you'll see this little handle. Now, this little handle will snap into the back of our vacuum pucks. The really important thing to understand about vacuum holding technology is square inches and PSI. So for instance, the square inches on this vacuum puck are roughly 25 inches. Now, PSI stands for pounds per square inch. So if you're holding a material that's giving you, say, 10 pounds of pressure per square inch, you multiply it times 25, you get 250 pounds. That's roughly the weight of Dwayne Johnson standing on this puck with a non-slip material below it and trying to move something. That's significant. Now you add 2 of them, you have 500 pounds of holding pressure on your material, and that's being pushed against a non-slip, non-marring surface. Now over here on the workbench, we have this set up a little differently. I've got 2 plates on the front, 2 on the top, and then I have a satellite plate. Now if you look at the geometry on these, you can take an expanding dog and they'll drop right into an MFT. And then over here we have them on T-track. Now these come with T-bolts and knobs. That makes them adjustable, so I can adjust these really rapidly for longer boards or different clamping scenarios. I've got my motor down here plugged into a remote system, so I can just turn it on remotely or turn it off remotely. And right here, this is a manifold I made with parts I got off of Amazon and some 3D printing, so I can control each one of these pucks individually. And then I have a satellite line that I can use on a puck for operations that we'll look at later in this video. Now the pucks and the plate both have 2 openings. We have one on the side and one on the bottom. So I can move my air port from the side to the bottom. I can do that on the plate as well. So on the plate, we have one here on the bottom and one on the front. And then we have some geometry here, or some fastening points that we can add accessories to. Like our reach system that lets you use the plate, you can put a Gravo on top of it, and then you can pick up tile or flooring or anything off the floor without having to bend over. Now that's really nice because that system is also adjustable in height, so you can have it at the height you want it. Now why that's important on the puck is because I can run the airline out of the top, I can snap the handle in, I can also add these aftermarket handles on here for more control if I'm using it for routering, and I can just pick things up as needed. That's 250 pounds of pressure against this material on a non-slip surface. That board's not going anywhere, unless of course if I turn off the vacuum. Now, in my mind, this makes the most sense, or maybe is the best argument for the vacuum puck technology. You can see I'm using them upside down right now. I have the handle that comes with the kit in here right now, and I've got some aftermarket handles on the side. Now, I need you to use your imaginations, if you will. Imagine that I have my big router table set up, which I don't, and we're using a big router bit like this one, or maybe even this one, which we're not, but we could be. I have this Adirondack chair arm template. As you can see, it's old and beat up. Now, it doesn't have to be acrylic. This one happens to be. It could be plywood or even MDF as long as it had a finish on it. Now, I've drilled a hole through it, and on the opposite side, I've added some window seal. So I got this at Home Depot. It's double-sided tape on one side and just foam. I butt jointed it right here, and I've done a nice job of making sure that it was a nice clean butt joint. Now, I can take my cutout piece here that needs to be routed or template routed to this template, put it right on top of here, take my vac puck, set it on there, making sure my edges are off the sides here so I'm not going to hit it with the router, and turn on my vacuum. And in seconds, I have a very secure template attached to my Workholding. Now, on top of that, I have two handles that get my hand up and away from the router bit and get me in a safe position. Not only do they put me in a safe position, but they also give me a lot of control over the piece. So I'm not down here with my fingers trying to run this through. I've got a good grip, a lot of control. Now I can take that and run it through my flush trim bit, and when I'm done, I can just pop it off, throw my chamfer or round over bit in my router table, and vacuum it back down to the part. And again, I've got my hands up and away from that router bit, so there is no chance that I am going to get stuck by that router bit. Now, with this little tiny quarter-inch round over, it's not as big of a deal as it is with a larger bit, but this is a really great way to securely route parts. And as far as an efficiency standpoint goes, that is absolutely the fastest way to attach your template to a workpiece, and then remove it, and then put another one on and go. No tape, no weird gluing scenarios. You add that to the safety that this feature gives you on a router table, it is arguably the safest way to use a router table on planet Earth. So if you guys can't tell from this video, I am really excited about this technology, the safety that it offers, the efficiency and the workflow, all the different variables and uses, and there are so many more. Now, that said, if you want to learn more about what we're doing with this technology and the other products that we have coming in the next few months and over the coming years, go follow us over at Swan Tool Group here on YouTube or on Instagram. We post over there all the time. You'll get to learn more about these things, see how you can fix the pucks if you cut into them, and do all kinds of other really interesting things with our other products. So I would highly recommend that you go follow that, because here on this channel, we're getting back to our crazy builds, which I'm kind of excited about. Now, remember, everything we talked about today, you can check out in the links in the description box below. Thank you very much for your time today, and we'll see you in the next video.